This is the Bored Cyborg. Welcome back to yet another unboxing video. Today I've got a cool one. I'm going to be looking at a HamiltonBook.com package here. I think there's like 5 Blu-rays in here, 4 or 5. Probably 5. I forget. And 4 other packages, a lot of which I've forgotten what is in them. I have a good idea as to what this is, which connects to one of my recent thrifting videos, which is really cool. I'm really excited to open this one. I'm actually looking forward to opening this more so than even the Hamilton book one, which really has some cool stuff. But let's dig in. So we're going to start with, what should we start with? Well, I'm going to start with this one because I don't even know if this is a movie, so we're just going to knock this one out. I have a feeling I know what this is, but I'm not too positive. Let's see what we've got here. I guess it is a movie. Okay. Ah, yes! That's right, we've got some video games. More than one, we'll say. Shovel Knight. Yes! Treasure Trove. This is like all of the Shovel Knight games up to this point, which is awesome. On the Switch, I've yet to play this. Can you believe that? This is one of the more popular, how do you say, modern retro-style games that I've just yet to play in the style of DuckTales and Mega Man, things like that. This Switch version here, which I got for like $20 brand new, has all of the expansions, the original games, Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope, Plague of Shadows, man that's small, Spectre of Torment, King of Cards, and Shovel Knight Showdown. I'm really excited to play this. Been wanting to play these for years, and I just haven't gotten around to it, so that is awesome. Next up, I think I know what this is. I'm not positive, but I think there was a recent Shout Factory release here. Let's see if I'm right. Yes! Starman waiting in the sky! Starman. John Carpenter's Starman. One of 2 John Carpenter films I've yet to see. This and the Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Those 2 I haven't seen, and it kind of makes sense because those are the 2 that aren't really horror. You know, they're sci-fi, don't get me wrong. They're genre flicks, but I don't know. They've just evaded me all these years. So I'm looking forward to watching this Starman. I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. Karen Allen, Jeff Bridges, of course. Richard Jekyll, wow, old classic actor there. So yeah, Shout Factory, or Scream Factory release, technically, of Starman, Collector's Edition. I sold my DVD, and I had a Blu-ray that was just a regular version. I pretty much got this paid for, which was like $12 on Amazon when it came out, which is awesome. So very excited to have the premiere version of Starman. Of course, we've got a bunch of special features. Not too many. This is kind of a bare bones one. New interviews with Carpenter, Bridges, and script supervisor Sandy King Carpenter. Very cool. And actually, look, I opened it up with singing the Bowie song Starman, but look at that. Doesn't that image kind of look like Bowie? I don't know. Kind of reminds me of Bowie's hairstyle. Either way, Starman. Hell yeah. Alright, so I'm not going to keep you guys waiting for too long. This is the big one for this video, the Hamilton book unboxing. I'm not going to have you guys waiting any longer. And of course, they got the pull tab to open. Love that. Love it. Nice and easy. Opens right up. Voila. Alright, so first one up, Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog on Blu-ray. I sold my DVD, made a few bucks, not much, like $3 or $4, but I got this for like $5 or $6 on Hamilton Book, plus shipping, plus tax, all that. So I did spend a few bucks for this. I enjoy this. This is Joss Whedon doing like a short, maybe 92 minutes. I thought this was like a short film. Over 90 minutes of bonus material. I thought I had seen this before, and it was like a 45-minute movie. Oh yeah, 42 minutes of new music featuring cast and creators. Commentary the musical. I'm very confused. So this is like, seems to be the best way to own this because it has a bunch of special features and more footage. So pretty cool. I like Joss Whedon. Love Neil Patrick Harris in this. He's great. Nathan Fillion, Felicia Day. Very Whedon. Very cool. Very funny. Musical. I'm actually not too much into musicals. But this is my kind of musical. It's kind of quirky, kind of weird, kind of odd. So that is Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog. Very cool. Got it on the blue. Next up, this is a weird one. by the director of Big Man Japan, a film that I've yet to see, but I've seen shots from it, and I'm like, this looks like a crazy kaiju parody type of thing. But I picked up Hitoshi Matsumoto, R100. Have you guys heard of this? Draft House Films release for $6 on Hamilton Book. I mean, you can't beat that. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at it because it felt a little weird, but it looks like it's in good shape. The tagline, not suitable for anyone under the age of 100. So, like Fight Club, directed by Luis Buñuel. So there you go. Louis Buñuel did, I believe, some experimental short films with Salvador Dali. What's the big one? Un Chien. I forget the one, but I'll put it somewhere around here. You guys know what I'm talking about. This one looks crazy, guys. I don't even know much about this. I know... I'll just read a little bit. In this audaciously kinky meta-comedic thriller, a lonely father with a secret taste for S&M hires a boutique dominatrix agency that specializes in guerrilla acts of public degradation. It sounds kind of like Crash, like Cronenbergian in weird ways. S&M oddness. This just looks insane, and I couldn't pass it up for $6, especially when I found out it was the director of Big Man Japan, which I hear is just insanity on film. So I'm looking forward to R100. Draft House release for $6, directed by somebody who I'm interested in. Had to pick up R100. Have you guys seen this one? Do you know anything about this? It looks weird, and it's a little bit outside of my comfort zone, I'll say. But I like to challenge myself sometimes with cinema and books and art. So there you go, R100. I don't know what that title's all about, though. Next up, this is awesome. Oh, man, Code Red. Another Code Red release. This one was $10. Zetter. I had never even heard of this. Gabriele Lavia Pupi Avati. He's known for his giallo that are supposed to be excellent. I don't think I've seen any of Avati's giallo. So this is an Italian horror film here. I believe it's a zombie film. One man's search for an ancient secret. The dead will rise from their graves. Sounds like zombies to me. But for $10, a Code Red film. My Code Red collection is ever expanding. This has a nice slipcover, brand new, of course. Very cool. Very excited. Mystery, science fiction, and horror fuel this pulse-pounding supernatural thriller. House of the Laughing Windows. That's the giallo that Avati is known for. Not your usual zombie flick, but a thought-provoking puzzler steeped in ancient mysteries. This sounds awesome. I can't wait to check this out. Have you guys seen Zetter? Am I even pronouncing that right? Zetter. Odd title, strange cover. Hopefully it's a strange Italian horror film. Well, they're all strange, especially from this era. This came out, God, I hate when 1982. So there's another film from 1982, a year that I deem probably one of the greatest in cinematic history, at least in terms of, for me, and in genre films. Anyway, Zetter. Moving on. We've got The Connection. Jean Dujardin. This is a French crime thriller. I looked up some screenshots of this, read just a couple tiny little like blurbs about it. Seems very 70s. Very 70s. Maybe it's sort of inspired by like Le Cercle Rouge, which I actually haven't seen, but it just has that 70s French Connection feel to it. It might even take place, 70s period crime thriller with Jean Dujardin, who was from The Artist. He was in The Wolf of Wall Street. So yeah, I had to pick this up, guys. This came out in 2014. It seems to be kind of a French crime epic, so really excited to pick this up for like $5. I believe all these were $5 or $6, save for Zetter and another one I have coming up here. Zetter was 10, this was 5 or 6. Great artwork there too. I love the color scheme, kind of hazy, kind of 70s look to it. Hell yeah. Very excited to pick up The Connection, a film that I didn't even know existed. And that's what I love about Hamilton Book. They have a lot of films that just go under the radar, that are super cheap. And I don't know how they work, if it's like overstock from certain companies. Ooh, the disc is loose. I'm going to crack this open just to make sure it's okay. But I'm not sure exactly how they source their Blu-rays, but hey man, I'm not asking questions. Oh, cool. Actually, it was the book. Oh, it comes with a nice little book. Cool, it's got like a Q&A with Jean Dujardin and some pictures from the movie. Very sweet. It has reversible cover art. Talk about 70s. That's very Conversation, French Connection, Dirty Harry. Look at that. That's awesome. Very excited to check out this movie, guys. As you could tell, I love 70s crime. I love the the recent resurgence of 70s crime-esque movies, like Killing 'Em Softly. And this seems to fall right into that. Now, I am noticing it's a bit damaged at the top there, so I don't know if I'm going to complain about that. I might be able to switch out the cover, but is the artwork damaged? It's not torn or anything, but it's not perfect. That kind of bugs me, but, you know, it is what it is. I may complain about it. I'm not exactly sure. Either way, guys, I got to move on. The Connection on Blu-ray. Beautiful. Next up, Ben Wheatley's A Field in England. Talk about weird genre mashups. This is like fantasy meets medieval. It's got a classic feel to it. I believe it's shot in black and white. Yep, black and white. 90 minutes long. Ben Wheatley is a director I really enjoy. Kill List. What else have I seen? I've seen A Field in England, Free Fire, which is really good. Another Draft House release here for $5 or $6, guys. I mean, come on. How do you pass up Draft House releases for $5 or $6? You don't. So I didn't, and I want to give it another whirl because again, it blends like weird. It's medieval, and it doesn't seem like it's going to get fantastical, but then it has these weird magical elements, or does it? It kind of plays with your mind in that sense. Really want to give this another whirl. Very cool movie by Ben Wheatley. All right, and last but not least, from HamiltonBook.com, The Taking of Deborah Logan. Now, I did have this on Region B, I think from Australia, an Australian release, but I sold that for like $25 or $30 and got this American release. Now, I don't know if there's much different. I think it's the same transfer. I believe this does have a making of featurette that one did not. Either way, I don't know why I kind of upgraded to this. I made like $5 or $6. That's honestly the reason. My copy was still sealed from Australia, so I ended up making like $5 or $6. I like the artwork here. I'm not sure if I like the artwork of the Australian one better, with just her face, like this look in her eyes. But guys, this is one of the best found footage movies that I've ever seen, and I've seen over 50 of them. If you guys saw my 50 found footage films ranked, found footage horror films ranked, this was in my top 10, I believe. This is one of the greats. It deals with Alzheimer's, which may be a demonic possession. It has a lot to say about the Alzheimer's disease and the toll it takes on the people around him, and obviously the person that's afflicted. It's a horrible, horrible disease that afflicts humans. And this film really deals with a lot of the terror behind that. It also has one of the scariest scenes ever, with just this gaping mouth. That's all I'll say. It's horrific. And one of those few scenes that still scares me shitless to this day every time I see it. I love The Taking of Deborah Logan. Awesome movie. Glad to own this release of it here by MVD Visual. Thank you. Awesome. All right, and we've got another. I think the last two items here are video games, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, buddy. Picked up a used copy for $18, Sonic Mania. Now, quick story about this. When this was coming out for the Switch, there was this beautiful special edition. It was this big box with like a Sega Genesis model in there, and like a gold ring model, and all this cool swag. Little did I know that it didn't come with a physical copy of the game. And when I got it, I was like, what is this piece of paper? Are you kidding me? It was a digital code. And I was like, no, I just spent $60 on a special edition. Give me a physical copy. Drive me crazy. So, they didn't have a physical copy available at the time. I was naive. I didn't do my homework, whatever. They deceived me. They ended up releasing a physical copy, so I sold off my special edition, which was super cool, but I wish if it had a physical copy, I would have held on to it. But I sold that back for like $100, actually. It had inflated. And I finally have picked up Sonic Mania on the Switch. I love this game, guys. If you are a fan of old school Sonic from the 90s, that style of Sonic, side-scrolling, great music, great exploration, this is the game you want to pick up. The 3D ones have been struggling over the last couple decades, but got the little cartridge there. And I had to pick this up because I just absolutely adore this game. I've yet to beat it, in fact, but I've been waiting to pick up the physical copy. I do still have it digitally, technically, because I did, use the digital code. But So glad to have this used. Got it for $18, guys. That's awesome. It's in great shape. I have no shame buying used to save a few bucks. No doubt about it. And last, but certainly not least, I am so excited to finally own this game. It's one of the holy grail games. Alongside... So, if you guys saw my thrifting video where I found that Super Nintendo lot at Goodwill, I got one of my holy grail games for the Super Nintendo, Earthbound, a game that I've been wanting since I was a kid, never picked it up as a kid, went to go play it in my teens on an emulator, and it just didn't feel right. And so I found it in the wild. Can you believe that? Earthbound in the wild. This is a $300 to $400 game. And I got it for 69 cents. Now, the other games in that lot, Legend of Zelda, Super Castlevania, Super Metroid, Mario, all the big ones, Mario All-Stars, sold those all off and made a pretty penny. And of course, I put some of that towards another gaping hole in my Super Nintendo collection. And that is Final Fantasy III. Or 6 in Japan. This was one of the first RPGs. In fact, it, I believe, was the first RPG I ever played on an emulator back in the late 90s, I want to say. It was around the dawn of emulators when I downloaded this, and it took my breath away. The music, the gameplay. This is the game that really got me into RPGs. I had played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII before that, a couple years before. I enjoyed that, but I only ever really played the demo. I never picked up the game for myself. But man, did I play that demo a lot. But then I got this on an emulator, and it just swept me away. And I am so thrilled. This is a great-looking copy, too. I got this for around $50-55, but I made like $130 after fees and shipping with all the games that I ended up selling from that Super Nintendo lot that I already had. So I picked this up. Look at that beauteousness. I can't wait. This is just rounding out my Super Nintendo collection, honestly. I have almost all the big games that I really, really want and love and would want to sit down and play again or for the first time. This one I can't wait to play on original hardware. Oh, it's going to be so great over a nice cold beer. It's going to be magical, just like it was the first time I played it. I'm so nostalgic for this game. Love Final Fantasy. What's your favorite Final Fantasy game out there, guys? This might be mine. You know, Final Fantasy III, also known as 6 in Japan. This one and number 10 I love, and 7 I love, but this one, it's just one of the best. It's up there with Chrono Trigger in terms of RPGs. And I can't wait to sit down and play Earthbound. Can't wait to sit down and play Final Fantasy III. So excited to finally own this. I just want to thank you all for checking out my latest unboxing video where I had some Hamilton book stuff, some Switch games, a Super Nintendo game. I had a Scream Factory release, a lot of cool stuff this time around. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel and want to see more videos like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the little bell for notifications. And I have a Patreon now, guys, as well as t-shirts. Both of those links are down in the comments. What? No, they're not in the comments. They're in the description below. Anyway, guys, I will see you all next time. Bored Cyborg is out. Peace out.